Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek TV, and we're at Gen Con 2015. I'm sitting with Kurt Covert of Smirk and Dagger Games. The most perfectly combination of last name and game title.
Thank you so much.
And you brought us Nevermore.
Yes. Nevermore is our new game out at Gen Con, and it is it's a casual style card drafting game. Wherein if you start falling apart and failing and losing all your health, you are transformed into a raven, where you continue to play, but you cannot win. So it's about player transformation, not player elimination. And that's one of the kind of nice critical elements of this game.
And obviously tying in with, I'm sure, the Edgar Allan Poe.
Correct.
Poem.
And honestly, what it tries to do is tries to presuppose how Poe's raven actually came to be.
Ah.
So how did someone get so doomed that they spent their life just, walking the earth,
Quoting
cursing
one
people?
word.
Yeah. So even on the box, you can see the only human vestige left is the human eye.
Ooh,
Yeah.
creepy.
It's kind of neat.
All right, so walk us through what a turn might feel like. If
Sure,
we were
no
gonna
problem.
Start this off.
As I mentioned, it's a card drafting game, so you're building your hand as you play. You'll be starting with 5 cards in your hand, and as much as you love them, the first thing you have to do is you have to take 3 and pass them away, face down. So
Because
then
that's how drafting goes.
correct. So you reform your hand. Now you pass 2, pass 1, and that's your final drafted hand. Now what you're trying to do is you're trying to collect sets of cards, because whoever has the most of a given suit gains the power of that suit for the hand. The other thing you're trying to do is you're monitoring what cards you're passing, because you're trying to break their attempt to create.
So you don't want to
suits.
pass along 2 of the same
That's
thing.
right. So, but in any case, what are the suits? Well, it's the ability to attack. Whoever has the most attack cards is going to be able to attack a person of their choice at the table.
Okay.
The power of that attack is based on the number of attack cards you have minus the second ranked number. So if I have 3 and no one at the table has more than 1, I do a 2-point attack at somebody.
Okay.
Healing works the same way. Whoever has the most gains healing, the difference of those highs and lows. Now, that said, though, you can only go up to 5. That's a maximum healing. So
my health being represented
Correct.
Cubularly.
Cubular health, right? And if you are at full, they're not worthless cards. If you can heal yourself 3 when you're at max, you gain a victory point. And there are really 2 victory conditions. You're either going to be the very first to gain 6 victory and win instantly, or you're going to be the last player standing
Who's still a
among
human.
ravens.
Right.
Because if you lose all 5 health, you become a raven, and then you spend the rest of the game bringing horrible doom to other people as you're trying to get back into the game as a human. And you do that by getting either 5 of a kind or 1 of each suit. And then you come back with 4 health, and all your victory points are restored, and you're back to
Broken
going.
the curse, essentially.
Exactly. But let's talk about the other things here. This is Radiance. Radiance cards, whoever has the most takes the difference from the number of you have minus the second ranked in terms of light magic cards. Now, light magic cards are all beneficial magics for you. So healing and protection and the ability to, say, put extra cards in your hand, all good things for you. Victory point cards are real points in the game. So in general, you don't want to pass them, because whoever has the most is going to take the difference in real victory points. So because it only goes to 6, that's dangerous to pass those around. But the ravens are really what make the game kind of different and really have the fun. The ravens in general are bad cards. What they're going to do is, if this is your final drafted hand, they're going to force you to sacrifice a good scoring card for every raven you have. So you'll have to look at your hand and say, well, maybe I'm not going to heal this turn. When we go to the resolution phase, I'll have to say, well, everyone's going to show their attack cards. We're going to call for them. You show them all at the same time, you resolve. When we go to healing, I'll have to take my healing card, pair it with my raven, and when you think I'm going to actually put forward 2 healing cards, but now I'm actually scoring a 0. I'm not subtracting anything, but I'm not getting anything either. So obviously, having more of these things is even worse, because now, if this is my hand, I've got to kill 2 cards, leaving me with only 1 playable hand. But if you spend all your time sending all those ravens away, well, there's a shoot the moon mechanic. So if someone can collect 5, it's the first thing we check for. It cancels the hand completely. It gives you a victory point. Everyone else takes 1 point of damage, and you get a nasty shadow magic card. Now, these cards are all nasty screw cards.
To everyone else, I guess.
Everyone else, right. This is how you really mess with people, and these are more powerful than the light magic. Now, sometimes you will want to go and do the whole shoot the moon thing, but you'll come up short. So now assume this is your hand. So after you're done killing all your good cards, you're going to have some leftover.
Leftover ravens.
Leftover ravens. And that's skulking ravens. That's what we check for at the end, and you get shadow magic cards for that. So even you wasted your whole hand, you still get some benefit.
All right.
So
it's not quite as penalizing as some shoot the moon mechanics.
That is correct.
How long do you think a full game would take you?
It takes 45 minutes, but it can, depending on players and how much they're thinking and what cards get played, it can go an hour. But we've been getting great reactions here at the show.
And how many players does this go up to?
Oh, thank you. Yes, 3 to 6.
Okay.
3
Well,
to 6.
it's nice to have a 6-player game that plays in an hour.
Yeah. But as you can see, the art is really stunning and compelling. We get a lot of comments on that. The game is really easy to pick up. It appeals to everyone from Magic players who really love drafting games to, quite honestly, even like casual and family gamers, because they'll see things they recognize. This feels a little bit like Hearts or a little bit like Pass the Trash Poker. Mm-hmm. It's very different and unique in its own ways.
Might get a few literary fans in there as well.
And we've gotten those too. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Kurt, this looks fantastic. This has been on my watch list as well. And thank you so much for bringing it by and giving us a quick peek.
You bet. Thanks so much.